This is another episode of the Decoy Sports Podcast.
So I was thinking the other day, I was watching Apollo 13.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about the moon landing?
What, if it's real or what?
Yeah. Like, everyone has so many different opinions, right? I think it's real.
I don't think it is.
Here we go. Why don't you think it's real?
I've watched that, I don't know, it was a while ago. You know, like on YouTube, they put that thing where like all the different things, there's like one on 9/11 and all the different ones.
Like conspiracy
Conspiracy
debunked or
stuff,
whatever.
yeah. And there's so many things on there that I'm just like, yeah, I just don't know. Like how they, like the way they were like jumping on the moon and shit. But I don't know if it's true, it's just like old camera where they kind of like.
It's from 1969.
Yeah, but it's like real like boing, boing. Like they're just jumping around and shit.
Like
and it's
what
like,
we think it would be like.
Yeah, but it would be like super, super slow and like you'd actually go quite high and all that sort of stuff.
I don't know.
How do you lose technology to go back to the moon too? Apparently they can't do it now because they've lost technology.
Looks like they weren't trying to send people back to the moon.
This is like fucking 60 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Technology, you got to like be on the front foot with it.
Yeah.
Keep advancing it, otherwise you'll lose it.
But then they're saying they can go to Mars. Surely you can go to the moon now. Are they? Can they go now? But they just don't want to because
maybe
like
it costs too much. I don't know.
Elon doesn't see any point in it.
Yeah, they've already done it.
I just want them to go back and be like, here's where it is. Because the flag should still be fucking sitting there, mate.
Yeah, true. And put like a bit of 4K video.
Yeah, show us some real fucking videos, you cunts.
Like show us the footsteps.
Yeah.
Of the other guy, like Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
How funny we got, yeah. Should fucking remember that.
Yeah.
Like,
imagine being those cunts though. Like, imagine if it didn't happen and they're like, this didn't happen,
actors.
but we're going to pretend that it did.
Yeah.
You're going to be like worldwide
Notorious.
heroes forever.
Yeah.
You'll probably never have to pay for a fucking drink again in your life, whatever.
Yeah. But it's
like,
all fake.
It's all fake.
And you have to live with that.
And they'll be
fucking good.
Would you
liars.
do it? I probably would.
Probably would.
I probably would. Your life's alive.
Fuck
it.
yeah. But you like cash cow that bitch. Like, you're just set forever.
Yeah. Getting fucking free drinks. Probably.
And, legit. Like,
probably hundreds of chicks. You name it.
Off the government too. Like, give me a new house or I'm gonna tell.
Yeah. Legit. You'd fucking have them forever, wouldn't you?
Legit.
It's like, oh, you signed what's it called? But like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
I'll fucking tell everyone.
I'll ruin you.
I bet if that happened, they'd be dead. But
well, it's coming out heaps with like people leaving like Area 51 and shit, and they're like, oh, like people are starting to come out now and saying, oh, like, I saw flying saucers like in the actual,
like it's actual fucked up.
Yeah, and they're like, no, like you didn't, like it's bullshit. And but like more and more people are coming out, and it's kind of like, oh,
why would they say that?
Yeah, did they recently say that they actually did have something in there that they don't?
Yeah,
it's like
I didn't know what it was. Yeah.
Like it doesn't necessarily mean it's like aliens or anything, but it could
it's
be
still a UFO, right?
Yeah. It's from another country or some shit. Hectic.
What about all that like the weather balloon shit? It was like not long ago. And like all these little different things.
There's been a few of them going around.
Apparently, like there was within like a week, there was 5 different things.
Yeah, but it's not like pressing news for some reason. It's weird.
It's like
it's
they don't
weird,
want to talk. Yeah, it's so weird.
No one
it should
wants
be
to talk about it.
It should be like the biggest thing.
Yeah,
even like the friggin' war in Ukraine and everything.
Yeah,
like we don't even hear about it anymore.
Well, didn't they say like when there was it was like sort of when COVID was on, they waited till COVID happened and then they like. I think it was like the US government or whatever come out and go, yeah, we've had like 10 sightings of like UFOs and shit over the last little bit because everyone was freaking out about COVID. Like no one gave a shit.
No,
like it just got. It was just like
they conveniently timed this like
just siphoned into the rest of the news. You know, like
declassify this crazy news and then just like under the rug because COVID was happening.
It's
pretty fucked up.
It's a good way to do it.
It is good, great way to do it if you're them.
Yeah,
it's fucked if you're us.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. A lot of powerful people own like a lot of mainstream media, so they can just release shit when it sort of suits them. Hey, for their own agendas and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not trying to sound like a fucking 5G cunt, but you know what I mean. Like
Giphy.
Yeah, Giphy. I mate Giphy. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's a bit weird. Anyway,
but I think the moon landing was real.
Yeah. No, but hey, we can all have our own opinion.
Maybe we should like talk about something we know a little bit about.
Yeah. Well, not much, but a little bit more. A little bit more.
Only just.
Fucking hell. How was the weekend though, man? That was one of the craziest weekends I reckon I've ever watched.
So good.
Yeah.
How good was it? Like a lot of close games, a few blowouts. Like, there's always going to be that sort of games, but high scoring close games, which is fucking awesome to see.
Yeah, I can't remember. I tried to look at the stat today, but I was there looking for fucking 10 minutes, couldn't find anything. But just like when the last time there was 3 golden points on in one weekend.
Yeah. Wild.
It was only 3, hey. That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And like the Knights Manly one was the first draw since 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Round 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking, like, it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. And then I thought the Bulldogs game might have done it as well, like towards, it was about to go into the second time, and then he kicked it right at the end there.
Fucking clutch.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
It was a good weekend.
Would you say this is the closest year to date that you can remember for a while?
Has to be.
Like, if you take out the Tigers, like, you'd say that everyone else is like has a chance to make the 8.
Yeah.
I don't see there's any other team where I'm like, I'd put a line through them yet.
No.
Maybe the Raiders. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It's probably it.
Like when Para is coming 15th.
Yeah.
Like, it's like close. And they were like in the
But then
grand
you
final.
easily could be like, they could make the 8 easy.
Yeah.
They could still struggle to make top 4 now, but they could make top 6.
Easy, yeah.
They could still easily get there, like go on a bit of a run. You know, it's wouldn't be that hard.
It's awesome. Like it creates interest from everyone. Like Knights came 12th last year. Like it makes the year
so much better, man.
Like the end of the year attainable.
It's gonna be everyone's still pretty up now though, and like, I don't know, there's a lot of injuries going around, but like a lot less than there would be, like, you know, down the track kind of thing. But it'd be interesting by around like 12-ish
around Origin.
Around that Origin time, if teams do start to drop off a little bit, you know, like, do teams start running out of steam a little bit?
Yeah, like
that's where the depth probably comes into play. And
like
then you see
those lower teams, are they like, is that they're playing their finals like now?
Yeah,
like trying to
100%
keep up with everyone, and
like
the other guys are
get those
water.
early wins, all that sort of shit. It'll be interesting to see if that sort of carries over, or if it drops off, sort of thing.
Yeah, I hope it does. Like it makes like, no matter what, like, you know, you go for Roosters, I go for Knights. I loved watching every game
100%.
over the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching every game of footy normally anyway, but it when it's close and it's competitive, it's fucking good to watch.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like I watched every game this weekend, and there wasn't a single game that I was sort of like bored with. Even the Tigers game, it was just shit. It was shit because like they weren't competitive, but it was
fucking Broncos
exciting because they were playing really well, and it was like, fuck, how many are they going to score?
Yeah.
One stage, I think it was only like, there was still 30 minutes to go, and it was like 40-0 or 40-6 or whatever. And I was like, fuck me.
Could be 60.
Could be whatever. And they had a few mistakes towards the end there. But yeah.
What about Payne Haas?
Oh, mate, he's a fucking freak.
Fuck.
Just like, I want to try him. Just going to pick it up from dummy half, go myself.
Like,
what forward picks a ball up from dummy half and just fucking goes for the line?
He got tackled. He gave the offload that got Billy Walters tackled, and then backed up.
And then just went, oh, fuck, I'm grabbing it.
Because no one else was there.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hectic, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Plays like an outside back half the time.
Crazy.
All right, so the first one is Whiten possibly leaving the Raiders. Obviously, he's got to, I think it's like round 10, isn't it?
Yeah, for his extension.
If he goes, where would you see him going?
He'd be good at the Sharks.
Yeah, I've heard the Sharks.
Yeah.
I think the best fit for him would be the Dolphins. Like, I think like they've got that sort of mongrel in them. Like that's how they're sort of set up to play. They have a few more weapons next year as well. You know, they got O'Sullivan and stuff, and he'll be back. But I could see him easily playing 6.
I heard somewhere that he wanted to move to Queensland as well.
There you go. So I could see him playing 6, and then you know, like they fight over the 7, Katoa and O'Sullivan, and
not a bad
Milf,
headache to have.
You know, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And their issue this year clearly is depth.
Yep.
So I can't see why it wouldn't be a good fit.
Nah.
One of the other boys today I was talking to was saying he's a Rabbitohs fan, and he was saying that he's like, oh yeah, he'll be fit really well at the Rabbitohs. He'll play centre, and I'm just like, I can't see him leaving the Raiders to go play centre somewhere.
Nah,
even though unless he wants to just go play with Trells, it's his cousin and all that.
And he's a gun centre. Like he plays good.
Yeah, he's good centre, but it's like, does he want a bit more of a challenge and playing in centres? You know.
I don't know.
And then they've got fucking like where are you gonna like I sort of went through the team. I was like, well, he's not gonna play one unless you move Trell out to the centers. Like that's something I want to talk about later anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna play or you're not gonna play him 13 and move Murray.
No. He's not
you know,
playing 5'8".
Tass has played well in the centers, so it's hard to really move him anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, you could maybe put him on the right wing, but you know, just they seem to have found that other kid and stuff. He's playing all right.
Yeah. He's not playing 5'8".
He's not playing 5'8" with Cody Walker, so
he's not playing 7.
Doesn't really fit.
Yeah.
So I think Sharks is another good shout, as you said, but they've just re-signed Trindle and he's been fucking killing it.
Yeah. Is he like he can be there 14?
Yeah.
Maybe. He can come on. Whiten can push out to the
but they've
second
got
row or something.
They've got like fucking what's his name? We were talking about last week, playing 14. Virginis.
Yeah.
Virginis is playing 14, and then
they got like Connor Tracy to come back from injury.
You got heaps, man. You don't really need a 14.
Sure, they got a lot of depth, don't they?
Yeah,
Sharks?
they fucking got a lot of depth.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he probably wants to win a comp.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing.
Retires.
Yeah,
Let's say come to the Knights, but
you're gonna win one at the Dolphins, probably not.
Yeah.
So it depends what he wants as well.
Yeah, if he just wants that big money, like for the last few years, come to the Knights. Like, surely we got money for you.
He's probably going to re-sign. Let's be honest, but it was more like a question if he didn't. Like, what do you think he'd do? But yeah. I'd my tip's probably Dolphins. Best fit. Can't really see anywhere else it works.
They'd have to have money.
Yeah. Oh, they've got heaps. Man. Haven't spent.
They could chuck like 1.2 at him or something. He'd go for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
All their players they only signed to 1 year deals as well.
Yeah.
Like I think Milf's only on a year.
Yeah.
SCU was on a year, but I think they're trying to re-sign him now. There's a few there that they only signed for a year, just players that were sort of on their last sort of contract or whatever. Like we'll sign you for a year, see how you go, and then go from there.
If you earn it, we'll give you more.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll move on. So the second one was it's come out that Laurie was like liking all the
Broncos tries.
He's liking all the Broncos tries while they were scoring them, like on Insta. What do you make of that?
What
like,
the fuck is he doing?
Weird.
It's weird. Like, I mean, he's probably a rugby league fan, right? And you can appreciate a good try.
You don't see other players really doing that though.
Nah, not while the game's on.
Nah. Yeah, while it's on, it's pretty funny.
Against your team.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit funny. Yeah.
Do you read more into that? Like he doesn't want to be there kind of thing?
Surely he's kicking stones too, right?
Yeah.
Like, he got dropped.
Yeah.
He's not been the one. He's not been playing great, but
he hasn't had a chance really this year. He's played like 2 or 3 games and fucking
and he gets
dropped.
Yeah, he got dropped like 8 minutes in after a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? Like, what the fuck?
It just comes back to what we chatted about last week with Brooks. It's like they've moved everyone around to fit Brooks in, but at what stage do you say, look, it's not working? Like, fuck him off, you know?
Fuck. Put Johnny Bateman at 6 or something.
Fuck. You can tell he's trying, man, but it's not working.
And like, how fucked would it be for Appy?
Oh,
like
going from that to that,
mate.
You can still see the class in him, but he's just not. There's nothing around him.
There's no support.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Like at Penrith, there'd be fucking 3 players there.
Yeah, I don't know. With Laurie's a weird one. I could see him moving, to be fair, but then same with Noffa. Like, I can't see Noffa getting back in the team.
No,
and I just can't see what that like. He's don't want to move.
Yeah,
could see him going back to the Storm or something.
Didn't they block it? They blocked it last year when he was on loan. He wanted to stay at the Storm, and they blocked him.
Yeah, they're like, we want you back. I don't think they know what the fuck they're doing with their recruitment.
They have no idea what they're doing.
They're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Did you see all that shit with like their CEO?
Yeah,
like at halftime, like in there on his phone.
Yeah,
like you be there or don't be there, bro. Like.
They're fucked at the moment, mate. I don't know. I was going to ask you later, but do you reckon they'll win another game this year? Or win a game this year?
Who are they going to win against?
Don't know. The first closest one I could see them winning, I think they got the Dragons in like 3 weeks.
Fuck, even there, like played all right.
I think they've got a couple of tough games, I think, the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think maybe they're the bye this week. Or is that next week?
In a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Did you see what Sheen said about it?
And then I read the comments and all the Tigers fans are blowing up. Like, you think this is a fucking joke? Like, fucking ripping into it.
Yeah, I seen it on behalf of all Tigers fans.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Yeah.
It's fuck. I don't know.
I don't know how you could be a Tigers fan, mate. I just can't even fathom how hard that would be. Like, it'd be hard enough being a Knights fan. Imagine being a Tigers fan, bro.
Knights fan, like few years ago when we won
Yeah.
3 wooden spoons. We won like 2 games in a year.
That's
It was
basically
fucking-
them.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
them. They've won 2 games in like fucking what, a year and a half.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, something like that.
They only won like maybe 2, or maybe they beat Brisbane late on in the year. Maybe that was 3. I don't know the exact stats, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
not been many.
No.
Not much to cheer about.
And like, I don't know. Who do they beat? Really?
Realistically, right now, I can only see them beating like maybe 2 or 3 teams, like a Dolphins that's pretty
Like depleted.
now.
Yeah.
But I even see the Dolphins' grit at the moment getting over the top of those
Bro.
that Tigers team. I can't see them. Yeah,
If like 3 weeks ago we could beat them
yeah.
with 3 players out, like no one on the bench, how do they beat anybody?
I don't know.
It's free. I mean,
I could see like maybe a Raiders, because the Raiders are just fucking weird. Like,
yeah, they
they're
are
just-
weird, but then they'll turn it on.
They
and
can turn it
flog 'em.
on, but then they can also just turn up with the worst team ever.
Yeah,
Titans, it's another one that they're like, they can turn it on, but they can also just be weird cunts as well,
yeah.
and like just have nothing, like
Maybe-
turn up, but like
yeah.
just not turn up at all. Like,
Maybe it's one of those ones where was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year, where they beat Penrith in
yeah, but
the
Penrith had
origin
it's
time.
done where it's
like
it's done
to
when
break
everyone has like
yeah,
fucking everyone out, eh?
to break Penrith's like
Yeah.
drought and whatever.
Yeah, or
Even
it'll be
though-
like a storm through Origin because they've got fucking Harry Grant,
Yeah, Munster's gone.
Munster, you know,
Yeah,
all that sort of shit.
yeah. It'll have to be
Yeah.
like that, and if they don't get the win, then
Like Welsh should be
Fuck.
out. Welsh should be out too.
Yeah.
you know?
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to see him. It's hard to see him winning a game, but
Yeah.
that'll be the only time probably.
Yeah. I can't see him. Would you take overs or unders on 2 games this year? Them winning.
Under.
No thought. No,
Was it
under.
2? Is it 2.5?
No, just 2. So
So-
it means they have to win 3.
I think they're not winning 3. What do you reckon?
Under at the moment.
Yeah.
I can't. I haven't seen anything to say over.
No,
Nothing.
they're just like they don't look good
No.
at all. Like
Yeah.
you think it's attitude as well, right?
It's got to be. You look at someone like Papali'i fucking sending it last couple of years, one of the most devastating runners
Yeah,
with a football.
Good for a
and
try
he
scorer
has
every
been
week.
a fucking shit.
yeah.
I was going to say a bitch, but yeah, he has been a little bit.
Sorry if you're listening.
Sorry.
You're probably not.
Not without 50,
Fuck
people,
you.
50 listeners.
But fuck you anyway.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's hard. Like you go from like a well established team
Mm,
with a half as directing, and Reid Marnie was like on point.
yeah.
Like Appy's playing hard to try and get him into the game, but there's no one else.
They had go forward, bro. It's
Yeah.
half the issue.
Yeah,
Go forward, and he just got fucking, you know.
yeah, and like
You got Marnie feeding him
Clemens
off.
good for go forward,
Yeah.
but he's not.
And you actually had a decent half.
Yeah, yeah. That's no.
Anyway,
Surely he
we
gets
could go on
fucked,
for
yeah.
fucking years about them, mate.
Yeah,
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
So now next one was Milford's out now with a hamstring for 3 to 4 weeks. Dolphins pretty depleted.
Yeah.
I think we'll get Kafusi back in a week or 2.
Yeah.
But
Who's playing 5'8", but
well, that's the issue. I think they've got Albert Kelly in their squad.
oh yeah,
Can only really think of him coming in.
yep.
I don't know, unless they've got a couple of young kids that I don't know about. I'm not that deep in with the fucking Dolphins like squad. But weird one. I don't know what they'll do.
No, it's It was always going to be the thing, right? Like they started off. Like,
We said it, yeah.
Yeah, they started off really well, and no one even really picked that.
Mm.
But then they had just like they have no people.
Mm.
Their depth is like outside backs and second rowers, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they've got a strong sort of forward pack and
Yeah.
like 14 utility sort of players. The only other one that I could think of coming in would be
Did they have Nicarima?
you could play Nicarima at the
Did he get
5'8".
injured? Like what?
He got a head knock, remember?
Oh yeah, so he'll be back.
He could play 6.
Yeah, maybe
I'd probably put him at 6.
Yeah.
He played 6 for the Broncos for
Yeah.
a couple of years, and then he was in at 6 for the Warriors for a little bit, and then he
Yeah.
went back to 14. probably is a better 14, but he could easily drop in for a little bit
Yeah.
while Milf's out. Like,
Yeah, just cover it.
I'd probably rather him than Albert Kelly if it was me personally.
Yeah. Have Albert on the bench maybe.
Yeah. Then you're just putting a lot onto
Like Katoa.
Katoa's shoulders just to like run the team.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he kind of worked well at 6 because you just fucking
Yeah, Sean O'Sullivan just directing.
and then have him sort of just playing his footy off the back of it. But
Yeah.
maybe you could do that with Nicarima. I don't know if he's that kind of player as this sort of structured half kind of thing.
What other options you got? Got to have a crack.
Yeah, but I'm just being like, would you play Katoa at 7 or would you play him?
I think Katoa at 7. I think he was a 7 coming through.
I think he's more of a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be hard for him, but I think that forward pack will get him over the line in a lot of games, or like keep him in the game.
Keep him competitive.
It's just whether they can store the points off the back. Hammers again, like fucking.
Bro, is he going to get a try every game?
If they lost him, they'd be fucked. Like they'd have no attack.
Yeah,
he's literally their attack at the moment.
Oh, and he's pretty silky too. I didn't think he was that good, like with his ball playing.
Yeah, he's gone up a level this year.
Yeah,
like you can tell they've just gone go play footy, mate. Like
yeah.
Whereas I think he was probably held back a little bit from Peyton and whatnot, just like a bit more structured. They've just gone fucking go play. Like, that's kind of what Bennett does anyway. He doesn't really, from what I've heard, he doesn't have much of like actual like crazy game plans. It's more just like
play, you know what you
play
got.
You know the man, all that sort of shit.
We have a few structures.
Yeah.
Like is Hammer a smoky for another Origin call?
Well, this is what I was saying the other week. I don't know what we do with that in terms of like, would you have Walsh, or I think you have to have Walsh. He's playing so well.
Yeah, he's playing so good. But so is Hammer.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's tough. You have to carry them both in the squad. It's just purely like.
Can you put Hammer on the wing?
Would you play him? You can't play him at 14 either because you got fucking
like
Harry Grant will play 14.
Yeah, but like, could you put him on the wing and not have Xavier Coates? He hasn't played that.
He's just too little. I think those cunts will run over him, mate.
Yeah, true.
But I guess Toto's not big.
But he played the wing on his debut, I think.
Played.
Or did he play centre?
Fullback, maybe. I think he played fullback, bro. I think he played fullback. I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
But surely he has earned a crack back into it.
Yeah. We were supposed to do the Queensland team this week, but we forgot. So we'll do that next week.
Yep.
It's all good.
Nah, fuck him anyway.
Yeah, fuck him.
Dogs.
That's why we didn't care. Yeah, and then last one for the weekly news. Obviously, Teddy's out. Who do you reckon will play fullback? Did you see
one of the Joeys?
Did you see the Robbo's press conference after the game? He was like, one of the journos was like, "Oh, so Joey Manu will be back this week. Who's going to play fullback?" And he was just like, "Oh, Joey will play fullback." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, but which Joey?" He's like, "Yeah, Joey."
So good.
And Kiri's just cracking up.
Yeah. So it's so good.
Love that sort of shit.
Yeah. And fuck, he's not wrong either.
No,
one of them is.
He is not wrong.
Nah. I don't know. I reckon Manu.
Yeah.
I think like your win percentage when he's fullback is like ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd go Manu.
Yeah.
Like Suoli did really well. I thought
he did good.
We'll talk about it in a bit, but I don't think he did anything wrong, but I just think Manu's like the one.
He's next level.
I think you got to keep him there. He's never played fullback and had a shit game. So why would you not play him there?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. All right. That's the weekly news wrapped up. We'll move into a you sweet or nah. All right. So you sweet or nah this week. We're going to kick off with just something I've noticed over the last couple of rounds, and I had a bit of a thought about how we could maybe fix it. So the Warriors are playing Cowboys twice in a month.
Yep.
They're playing you again this week, and they played you in round 1, and it's only like round 6.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bit fucked up in terms of like what's going on with the draw.
It always happens.
I don't know why it happens like this, but like, should they do it more like the EPL? I know you can't completely do it because you'd need to play every team twice, and then it would have to be like a fucking 34 round comp or whatever. But could you do it where like you play every team once until like round 17 or whatever the fuck it would be? It would be like 17, right? 17 teams? Or 16?
Well, but it'd be 16.
16. Round 16. And then whatever team you've played first in those first few rounds, you just start that again. And then it should work out that everyone just does whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's the fairest way of doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird.
It doesn't make sense in terms of going, you play this guy and then you play them again fucking 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. And then, but what if it's a really good team? And I just
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. I don't think it's fair.
Nah, we I don't know. I don't take notice of other teams like.
I just
often
saw
with
that.
it.
I don't know how I saw it, but I saw you guys play them only a few weeks ago.
Well, it happened last year. Like we versed the Tigers twice in 4 weeks or something, and the year before I think it was the Tigers again. It's like, why the fuck are we? Oh, the Broncos.
Yeah.
We versed the Broncos in round 21.
Yeah.
And then we versed them again in round 25. I'm like, why the fuck are we versing them again?
It doesn't make sense. I
So
don't know
quickly.
why. Is it to do with like TV deals maybe, and they have to play certain games? But surely you can just fucking get it right.
Yeah.
Like, put some fucking effort into it, you cunts. Like,
surely. You're getting paid a lot more than we are to figure this shit out.
I'm not sweet with that at all, man.
Nah,
like,
I'm not sweet with it. It's
just
figure it
weird.
out.
It doesn't make sense, and I feel like it just doesn't make it fair either. Like the comp's so close.
Yeah.
Something like that could easily bring up a loss because of maybe the team figures you out and you whatever, and you play them like 3 weeks later, and you just like it doesn't make sense.
No. Should be.
I think it's just every team once, and then start it again, and then you'll verse half the teams again.
Yeah.
I think about that, right? Because it's is it 24 rounds?
26
now.
this year, I think. Yeah.
So 26, and then you've got 2 buys, so you play 24 games.
Yeah.
17, so you play another
See another 9
9 games, so you play another 9 teams
or 6,
whatever it
8,
is.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, we're shit at maths, but
yeah.
whatever it
Quick math.
is, and then I think it should be that. I think that's fair.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Anyway, yeah, that's shit. Next one is not the will the Tigers win the game this year. We went through that. We'll go through the next one. Should Ricky Stewart get the sack?
He won't.
He won't, and why won't he? Because his fucking best mate's the CEO, mate.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. He's like
He's
club
too
legend
into the
and
fucking club. But then at what stage do you go,
Yeah, you go on.
you're not performing, bro?
Nah. But yeah.
I know they made the 8 last year, but
yeah. It's hard,
it was a bit of a
right?
late run. They weren't looking good the whole year.
They have a good team.
At what point do you go, fucking see you, mate?
It has to be the coaching, right? Like they got a decent team.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. They have like
They're
origin players.
They don't have
through it,
great halves
international.
though. I think that's where they struggle.
No, but
Obviously, Whiten's good, but
Yeah, but Fogarty's good.
he's all right
when
yeah.
he's like
when he's playing.
fit.
Yeah,
Just hard, man.
yeah.
Yeah, have they even played? They played like a game or 2 together. I think they won one.
Yeah,
They beat the Sharks together.
lost against the Dolphins.
Lost against Dolphins. Lost to us, but that was both of them. Like they've only had like 2 games together.
Yeah,
Now Jackie Boy is not there for a couple of weeks.
I think the next few weeks are going to be telling. So I looked at their draw. They've got the Broncos this week. Be
Lost.
tough.
Yep.
They've got the Dragons.
Possible win.
That's what I mean. But it's
Yeah.
like it's actually
That's the one
probably
you have to
better
win.
than. Well, it's actually probably harder. It's better in terms of like they've got a better chance of winning the games, but you're in a fucking hot seat if you can't beat these teams. So you've got the Dragons, then you've got a bye, then you've got the Dolphins and the Bulldogs. So it's all like still 50-50
Winnable
games,
games.
but they're teams more where you're like, oh yeah, but they versed the Panthers and the Eels and the fucking Roosters or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's not those teams. It's
No.
harder teams.
Yeah.
Obviously the Bronx are going to be hard, but so that even puts them more in the hot seat. So say they lose against the Bronx and then they're only 1 and 5?
Yeah, 1 and 5.
1 and 5. And then it's like, okay, well, they're at the Dragons. What if they lose against the Dragons? That's 1 and 6. They go into the bye, 1 and 6, and they come back off the bye and they've got Dolphins, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck, if that's tough games.
It is tough.
Dolphins will probably have a couple back.
Yeah. Will Kafusi be back?
Trafusi will be
Pretty
back.
much everyone will be back.
Milf
except for
might be.
O'Sullivan.
Because it's 4 weeks in time. Like, he might be back.
Yeah.
Everyone's back other than O'Sullivan, obviously, depending on injuries moving forward. But
Then if you lose that,
you lose that, and then Dogs aren't looking that bad. You're like,
they're looking pretty good.
you could possibly be like
1 and 7, 1 and 8 or something.
2 and 7, 1 and 8.
Like
At what
season
stage
over,
do you go,
right?
hey man, like I can't see him ever tapping him on the shoulder midway through a season unless they're literally like 1 and 12 or something, and they're like, look, bro, like you gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Which I can't see happening, but I think they'd give him to end of a year. But I feel like if they
Didn't he
finish,
just resign?
I think so. But
I mean, that means jack shit.
what do you
in NRL anyway?
And then you start getting pressure on you from fans and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was even watching the comments now, and they're going when they're going to get rid of him and stuff. So yeah, it's a hard one.
Is it going to be a massive
I'll say
turnover
it's
again?
sweet for now. Like it's early in the year. They can't really. It's early days. You never know. Teams come on late, but it's just like
They're notorious slow starters too.
they are. But they're just so inconsistent, which is the part that doesn't make sense to me. Like they never, like they're just always up and down. Like they'll have a really good week and you're like, oh yeah, nah, Raiders are good. And then they'll have a fucking awful week where they just literally don't turn up. And it's more of like a coaching issue or like an attitude issue. So it's like, well, attitude has to come back from the coaches. So it's like, what isn't getting through to them kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like the coaches driving that attitude and
100%.
the senior playing group.
Yep.
And there's something missing.
Yeah.
It could be, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see, like, halfway through the year, if, like, say, if they've fucking busted, there has to be a conversation.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next one. So Bailey Simonson with a sin bin against Teddy over a send off. What do you think that's sweet or nah? What do you think of it?
Oh, I was happy with it. Yeah. It was bad, hey. Like, we've seen a few of them lately. Like,
yeah, it was on the borderline for me. Like,
Yeah.
I think I was happy with it. I fucking, when it first happened, I was like, son, they're going off. Like, you're obviously in the moment. But then when you watch it back, you go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad that he hit him high, like, like as in like higher on the head, like where it was just reckless, like full reckless. But just like they've got to also stamp that shit out. It's like, well, just tackle his ribs, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you hitting him? That they're like, oh, it fucking only just clipped his chin. Yeah, but like, if you aim for someone's ribs, you're not going to hit him in the head, are you?
It's the whole thing about the...
And they're saying like he they're like, oh, Teddy drops and tackles. Yeah, I do agree with he does. Yeah. He didn't in that one.
No, he didn't.
He actually didn't.
He was high, yeah.
So like, if they can't say, oh, because like against the Eels, like the one last year or was it the year before or last year when fucking there was like Teddy got his head knocked off by, I think it was Nakora or whatever.
Last year.
And then fucking Hutchison got those knees in the back that nothing got said about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was out for fucking 7 weeks. Thanks, boys. Yeah, like it was a borderline call. Like either way, I would have been happy with it.
Yeah.
But at some stage, it's like, you know, you got to ban that. You got to get that shit out the game. And they're trying to like,
and
you know,
sending people off is going to get the message
fuck oath.
across.
We
right?
we lost Teddy for 2 weeks now because of that. You should have lost fucking at least that cunt for the whole game.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. You know, where's the advantage in quotes for like the team that gets
it's
to play
we had
taken,
like
right?
a couple of players that can play fullback.
Yeah.
But we had to move our whole team around. Luckily we had Alan on the bench.
Yeah,
this
that
week.
was lucky.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking they know shit's gonna happen. Eh?
I know, weird.
It's
but
weird.
that's what I was blowing up. Remember round one was he carried Alan on the bench. It works sometimes, but then, you know, round one we needed a forward because we had no one, and he fucking left Alan on the bench. He didn't play.
Yeah,
I think he did it in round two as well. But then like this week it works, so it's just like,
yeah, it's the gamble.
You know,
right?
It's the gamble you pay, but that's where I think that's where I think it should be the like rule in terms of which I said a few weeks ago about you should be able to carry a back and a forward on your bench as like 18th man kind of thing in terms of like if there's HIAs.
Yeah, and you can pick.
Because that was a foul play. And he was a HIA. Did we get an 18th man option then? Or is it only if it's a send off?
Yeah, I think it's just if it's a send off.
See, that's a bullshit
It's
rule too.
stupid,
It should be sin bin. It's still a foul play.
Yeah, you're still
He
losing
can't
him for
come
the rest
back
of the
on the
game.
field. Yeah. I think it should be that, and then you can carry a back and you can carry a forward.
Just-
your back got injured.
Yeah.
He can now play.
What's to stop like teams from smashing Teddy or smashing Moses or whatever?
Yeah.
Knowing they're only going to get Simbin and their guy's going to be gone for the rest of the game.
100%.
Like you're getting an advantage then because their best player's gone.
That's what I mean.
You've only had to spend 10 minutes in the bin. It's pretty stupid.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how they fix it.
No. And it's two HIAs, isn't it? Or was it three?
Or was it three and now
I
it's
think
two?
it's two now.
Now it's gone to two.
Yeah.
But it just should be... What's the difference between a sin bin and a send-off? If it's foul play and your player's fucked and you can't come back...
Yeah. Maybe like...
Why can't you fucking bring your player on?
Maybe...
So stupid.
Maybe there should be like a thing, right? All right, boop, yep, you're all sin bin. Teddy goes to the head injury assessment.
Yeah, if your player comes on, is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying like if Teddy goes off for a HIA, keep playing the game, right?
Yeah.
The guy goes off for sin bin. It's 15-minute HIA.
Yeah.
But they should make it maybe 10. Coincide when the guy would come back from sin bin.
Yeah.
And then if they're like, nah, he's no longer able to come back, or you can activate your 18th man.
Yeah, but that guy has to stay off.
Well, that would be good.
That's cool, eh? like you can't come back on, or you say
If
he
he's
comes back
gone,
on for
you're
5
gone.
minutes,
Yeah.
and they go, oh, yep, he's actually out for the game. Like Teddy's out for the game. Simonson, you have to get off because you've fucked him up.
Yeah. So
but
then
you can still have 13 players on the field, but you have to play
You've
18
lost
men.
you've lost your
Yeah.
interchange.
Yeah.
Like you're down to 16 players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a bit confusing though? Like
fuck
fucking
no, bro. So they could streamline it.
it's
We just,
rugby league, mate. It's all confusing.
yeah. We just fucking ramble that off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds fucking awesome.
Nah, it's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I was sweet with the sin bin, but
Yeah,
it's
sweet.
more the repercussions from
Yeah.
having a sin bin, not being able to activate other players for HIA. He's now gone for 2 weeks. Like,
It needs
all
to be
the
looked
rest.
at for foul.
Okay,
for
like
foul
so
play.
we get the disadvantage. Or other teams get the advantage
of Teddy not being there.
Teddy
now.
not being there, or like of him head highing Teddy because he's gone for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But what did we get out of it?
Yeah. Nothing. No.
So anyway. All right, next one. Smoked salmon yelling, "We got a dog" as he's across the line.
Fuck you. How good. How good.
Oh,
It's so rugby
I
league.
fucking loved it when it happened,
Yeah.
man. I was like, I put a tweet up as well. I was
Yeah.
just like, that is the most rugby league thing
It's
I've
so
ever seen.
rugby league. It's
I love it. Through the week, he's like, yeah, I was trying to move past it and all this shit. It was fucking, mate, that was a set play.
Yeah.
They were like,
they wanted him to score to get this.
100%.
Yeah.
They were like, he ran off the back fence. You could see it coming from a
He was
mile away,
scoring
mate.
forever. I don't know why we didn't fucking get on him.
I don't know, mate.
Fuck, mate.
I don't know.
Nah, it was. I love it. Yeah, it was definitely sweet.
That was fucking sick. That
Yeah.
was like, that was probably the thing of the weekend for me.
It was fucking
I was
good,
loving
mate.
it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Next one. You don't like this one. Miller running into the in goal with Homoli.
I'm shaking my head. Nah. What the fuck? Surely he was just confused. Like,
What was he
thought
doing?
he was on the 10 meters.
He's
or
like
something.
running back, and then old mate dives over the line. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And he like went to run forward. Like,
he had to have thought he was on the 10 meter.
had to have. Maybe because it was in Mudgee, it was a bit of a random drown. He
Mate,
probably,
I don't know,
like,
bro.
maybe there was like markings from the other games that you couldn't really see on the
Maybe.
TV or whatever.
Like-
that was the fucking funniest thing we've
Oh,
seen.
bro, I was like, is this seriously what the
It
fucking
looked
day
like
is going to be?
full like B grader shit. Like,
It looked like he shit himself, bro. And
Yeah,
like
he
he's
did
Kamali
actually.
was running at
it's
it.
like, oh fuck! I'm going to
Fuck.
pretend that I don't know where I'm going. I'll
Yeah.
just run back a little bit. Like,
Like, fuck, bro. You got to have a crack. Come on.
that's
And why was he backing
fucking
up so
sick.
much? Like, go to him.
Yeah, like he maybe thinking, oh, if I back up, he will like.
Yeah, is he going to try and step me or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait till the last second. But,
It was weird.
oh, it was hard to
That
watch.
was so good.
It was hard to watch.
Oh,
I'm
I thought of you instantly. It was great.
Seriously. I thought about jumping off the balcony.
That's a big nah.
Fuck,
Definitely
no.
not sweet, that one.
No way.
All right, and the last one was the Warriors penalty on the like push that happened.
Yeah.
I think it was on Hunt, wasn't it? Royce Hunt, or whatever.
Yeah.
You sweet with that?
Nah.
For penalty to win?
Nah.
To win the game.
yeah.
That's a penalty. Oh,
Nah. Just,
maybe in the first couple minutes, but
yeah. That, like,
okay, let's be honest. So yeah, they say consistency
I
across the
know,
game, but
when it's
there's-
deciding a
the
game.
whistle goes in the pocket the last 10 minutes when it's
Fuck
close.
yeah,
We
dude.
all that's just rugby league,
Did
and that's
you
what
see
everyone knows.
the Knights Manly
I know.
in the overtime
There was heaps.
whistle away.
There was heaps of shit went down.
So much shit.
And there was like markers not square,
Yeah,
like
head
all that
highs,
shit,
fucking-
head highs, everything.
bro.
No whistle.
Which is how it should be.
100%.
Let the
I'm happy
players-
with it.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
But that's not a
I'm
fucking
like,
penalty.
nah.
2 minutes to go in the game, and you
Nah.
fucking give that a
It's-
penalty.
That's the ref.
He didn't even push him. He was like,
bro.
he was trying to just like not let him hit him, kind of thing. Almost.
But even if
like,
he did, put it away.
mate, it's a contact sport.
Seriously.
He didn't push him that hard that he fell over.
No.
Did he? Like it wasn't. He was already going over. He
Yeah.
just put his hands out.
Yeah. Nah, it's.
I wasn't
they're
sweet with that.
I hate it. Like, you get games like that every now and again, where the ref is just like, they want to be the fucking center of attention or something. That's the way it comes across. Probably
Yeah.
not, but that's
Some
the way it
refs
seems.
do, I think.
Yeah.
Some refs like fucking. I don't know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Is it Ashley Klein?
Yeah,
he's
that
he's
fucker.
a cunt.
Yeah.
Hope
Just
you're
one-
listening, Ashley Klein. I fucking hate you.
Yeah, he wouldn't be, but fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fucker.
All right. That's it for you, Sweet or no. We'll move on to the games. All right, back for the games. We'll kick off with the Mighty Roosters against the Eels. This finished 28-20. Probably didn't reflect the actual game itself. We probably ran away with it, to be honest with you. And then they sort of come back late. I had them down 13 plus, and they're fucking too late.
I had them 1-12, so I was like, fuck yeah, cunt.
Dogs. I think we just ran our steam towards the end there. We had a lot of those young fellas playing. Then I think our big boys played a lot of minutes, like our
fucking Hargreaves. He put 180 meters or some shit.
I know, he's
How
a
the
freak.
fuck? What do they do? Sorry, we're talking about this week's game, but future. Like, he's meant to come off contract at the end of this year.
Yeah, it depends. I heard Robbo saying they were like, "Oh, what do you reckon about him? He's playing so good." Like, you know, and he goes, "I think he's that type of guy that he's going to have to tap him on the shoulder." Like, I don't think Hargreaves is going to retire. He said, he's going to have to go, mate, you're done. Kind of
but
thing.
he's not done though.
But that's the thing. He might not look done in games, but how's his body through the week? How's his recovery? His hamstring, his lower back's been fucked all the start. He's only his second game.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to play through a full year? You know, there's all these questions.
Fucking looks good.
Looks good, but you don't know all the external factors with it.
Yeah.
You know, like how's his body held up over playing that type of role for fucking 15 years, bro?
Yeah. Does he want to keep playing?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I'd fucking love him to.
Yeah.
But is he there to do it? I don't know.
Play like devil's advocate, right?
Yeah.
Like, or hypothetical. If he decides, I'm sweet,
Yeah.
didn't you just spend the money on Spencer Leniu?
Yeah, we play him as well.
You haven't got the money for him.
But we probably do.
I don't think you do.
Mate, we do.
Sombrero. I don't think you do though. Actual.
We do. Mate, the fucking salary cap goes up. It does.
It scales. Everyone gets paid more.
Nah, fuck yeah.
Fuck
Goes
me.
up. We got more room.
I don't think so.
Mate, he's going to be on... He'll probably take a minimum. He'll do what fucking Lodge did this year. Wouldn't he?
Would he though? For his last contract?
Fuck oath. Play another year with the boys. He's made his money. Play a couple of New Zealand games. Get the money up there.
Oh, fuck. All right, leave it.
I don't know. Maybe Lodge won't sign. He only signed for another year.
Yeah.
Maybe Lodge will fuck off.
Well, that's what it'd be.
Yeah.
It'd have to be one of the
Maybe
other.
Lodge fucks off.
But isn't Lodge like more of a long term?
I don't know. What are you gonna do with our fucking edge players soon? You got Nat playing on the right, killing it. You know, have Satilli come back in a week or a couple of weeks. Crichton will come back. What do you do there? Butcher's playing left, like he's probably more of a middle anyway.
Yeah.
You've got Nathan
He's
Brown,
just got depth, eh?
Nathan Brown now as well.
Yeah.
Just signed Dylan Napa as another forward this year.
Isn't he like lower?
He's playing for the like Roosters reserves, but he's like always around the team and like after the games and shit.
Yeah.
So like our forward pack's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's so much depth.
Yeah. Nathan Brown, him, Radley, you know, the other two to come back.
Yeah.
All the people playing at the moment. Lodge will come back. He's injured. You know, you got all those young fellas.
Yeah.
Tyrell May's fucking been really good.
How do you have the money?
Well, like a lot of those young guys aren't on big contracts, man.
Yeah, but there's not lots of young guys.
I don't think Brown would be on much. I don't think Napa would be on absolute bare minimum.
Nothing, yeah.
I think he's on train. I think he's on matches.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. They just do it right, mate. What do you want to say?
Yeah.
But I think we were pretty dominant, man. Like,
yeah.
it was good to see. We had a fair few. Like, people forget we had a lot of players out. Really, like Teddy missed more than half the game.
Yeah.
You know, Suoli'i moved to fullback. Took probably like 2 or 3 sets. He looked a bit clunky. Then I heard Kiri sort of say. Then we sort of got in a huddle and we set it up and we were good from there. And he played a lot better. That little flick he did was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So it shows his class. But yeah, it's just that probably.
I needed him to score.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people did.
And he fucking just
I know. I didn't put him down. I just didn't think he'd score this week. But yeah, like, and then I thought Hutcho did all right out in the right center covering. Like, I'm not his biggest fan in terms of playing that role, but he did his job. Dylan Brown, every time he got the ball, my asshole like squeezed the tightest it's ever squeezed in its life. Every single time he touched it. Did you see it? Yeah. He nearly broke the line every fucking time he got the ball. He just ran every time.
Yeah.
Little step. Fuck, he's classy.
He is.
And I thought Sam Walker was really good. Like threw a few like cutouts early on that was probably just overplaying it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he just simplified, and his defense was so good. Just cutting people, man.
Yeah.
Cutting people. And I'm like, fuck if he's improved in the last year.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say, oh, like, he's not that good at the moment, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, people that say that don't watch Roosters games, or they watch footy randomly.
Yeah, not like
I've watched every fucking minute of every Roosters game. I'm telling you, he's improved from this, where he is right now, to round 5 last year. Unbelievably better.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievably better. Defense, goal kicking, like, just structure of setting up plays. His kick distances, like, he's got a bit more of a leg on him.
Yeah.
Like, everything's better, man.
Yeah. Like, do you reckon he goes into camp for the Maroons?
Well, he was last year.
Yeah.
I could see him in there for sure. Who's going to be the next one out once Daly's done? Obviously Hunt. Maybe Hunt.
No,
or would you reckon he's too old? You just put him straight in.
Put him straight in.
Dearden.
Yeah, true.
You know, there's a couple there.
They got options.
They've got options.
Yeah.
I could see probably be in the future. Who's their 6? Oh, Munster.
Yeah.
But he'll be there for a while, I guess.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Dearden, but he'll be around the team for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eels, fuck, they lost again, man. So they're right down the bottom, but it's hard to really say they're
versed all the top teams.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, and we said about the whole bye thing and shit the other week, but I think they'll still be there. Like, they didn't play like we still. It's not good that we beat them by a fair bit, and obviously it was only 8 points, but really it was it was like 28 to 10 or something at that stage.
Yeah,
they didn't look great up until that point. Like, we had a fucking lot of players out too. They were missing Bolo, but other than that, they were pretty much
full strength. Yeah,
it's hard to say.
They're missing, like,
they almost need a rest. I reckon they look tired.
They need the bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when their bye is, but yeah,
I don't know. Don't really care either.
Yeah, fuck them.
But yeah, they're missing, like, that. They're missing Reid Marnie. I think
100%. I thought Hodgson's played pretty good.
Yeah, he's
not been
right.
bad.
Yeah. It's just like you can't beat youth, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know,
That's
man.
just what it seems like to me.
All right, dude. We'll move on.
Yep.
Raiders Panthers, that finished 53 to the Panthers, 12 to the Raiders. Fucking massive scoreline. Old smoked
them.
And smoked them.
Yeah, smoked them. Like, what do you say about it?
Yeah,
like, it was kind of close at the start.
It was close
then,
until a certain point.
Yeah, and then we got this. What are the stats that we got there? Like, the missed tackles was crazy.
Yeah, Raiders missed 51 tackles. Panthers missed 20.
Like,
do you reckon a lot of them came late though? They just
probably when they were.
I think it just comes back to attitude, like we said, man. Like, they got a couple put against them, head went down.
Yeah,
out of the game. Just that's the difference between teams, man. 80 Panthers finished 80% completed, 67 to the Raiders.
Yeah.
And you got to look at that, and it's like 53 points. So Panthers are throwing the ball around a bit too. Still finished at 80%.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
67
know,
errors. That's again, it's another attitude thing.
It wasn't like sloppy conditions, right?
Nah, maybe a little greasy, but not.
Yeah, a little bit, but not a lot.
No.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Like, Raiders is a bit shot at the moment.
Yeah, like Rapana fucking. Seeing things, him saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come out this week after making all those, like, getting suspended, being an idiot. Like, I'm gonna stand up for the boys and really, like, put on a good performance." He was probably the worst player on the field.
He probably was.
I'm not kidding. He was awful, mate. Like,
yeah, he was pretty bad.
Fucking hell.
Like, maybe just don't say anything at the start. Like, don't even say.
Maybe just have a good game, then go. Yeah, I want to make a difference.
For the boys. Yeah. Nah, you just look a fucking idiot.
Yeah. We already talked a fair bit about the Raiders. Like, I don't know. I
don't know. Panthers, like, you expect it, right?
Yeah, they bounced back, man. Like, it was, as I said, it was close-ish for a little bit, but they obviously blew them away. But it's going to be interesting when they start versing some, bigger teams again. Like, obviously, the Eels got them last week, and it was pretty close. They were down by a bit towards the end anyway.
Yeah.
Got beat by the Broncos. It's going to be interesting. They verse those, like, higher teams and just see how they go there.
Been a lot of golden point like games this year.
Fucking heaps, man. That's what I mean. The comp's so close at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
All right, we'll move on. We got Rabbit Storm. So 18 to the Storm, 10 Rabbits.
Yeah.
How'd you see that one, man?
Didn't expect it. Like, well, I mean, I think a lot of people tip the Bunnies,
Yeah,
right?
tip the Bunnies, yeah.
But yeah, always like Munster back.
Yeah.
Just yeah, they're a different team, eh?
Yeah,
Like
their attitude was different this week.
Yeah, it was.
You know, they had them in the team last week, but they beat the Tigers, but it wasn't good.
No.
You know what I mean? It was more convincing this week, but I thought the Rabbits were shit this week as well.
Yeah,
they didn't look good at all.
Nah. Trell like sort of only got involved towards the end too, right?
Yeah, what do you reckon about that? Like everyone's blowing up that it's not working at fullback.
Yeah.
I think the game's sort of progressed into this thing where the fullback needs to be a really, really high, like energetic, effort after effort player. It's just how the game's going.
Yeah, you can't be in and out.
You just got a fucking Ferrari sitting there. You can have a Ferrari sitting out in the centers that comes in and does a little bit here and there, which is, you know, make those 6-7 runs a game.
Yeah.
You need your fullback doing like 15 runs minimum.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And it was the discussion like when he went back to fullback, right?
Yeah.
Like, is he going to be able to be that high output fullback? And when he's on, he's fucking on.
Have they won a grand final with him there?
No.
Have they won, you know, many
yeah.
games there? The game
They made the
he
grand
wasn't there.
final.
He wasn't
yeah, I
there.
know, but they made he got him in that position.
He wasn't in any of the final games.
No, I know, but like regular season they finished third or whatever.
Who'd they have there when they went through their finals run?
That Taff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of player is he?
Live wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My point.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe maybe they need to at least try it.
Yeah.
Put Blake Taff there.
I don't think his ego will take going to the centers, bro.
No, neither do I. But he's still getting paid the same money.
Like, for instance, the Storm made 52 missed tackles.
Fuck.
52. They had 3 line breaks each. They both completed 37 sets. Storm completed 84%. Rabbitohs completed 77%. Made 52 missed tackles. I think the Rabbitohs had about 20, and they lost. Like by
when the stats are like that,
like how, and they scored 10 points. 10 points.
Yeah.
How do you miss 52 tackles and only get 10 on you?
Like that's Latrell like not injecting himself.
Has to be
in the like.
Because that means you've got field position.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're not like there's no polish, and the fullback needs to be polished, right?
Yeah.
And which
he's
he
not
is.
polished. He's not polished. It's just he doesn't
has to do it.
Yeah, he'll just sit out the back too much. You watch him in sets, man. And he just sits out there and he walks. He walks and walks, and then he won't try and inject himself into plays.
Yeah.
You watch the fucking Teddies, and you know I was even watching Cowboys game, that Tommy Chester, third game. Every fucking play, he's just running next to the play.
Yeah.
Reece Walsh running next to the play.
Even Lockie Miller out the night.
Everyone, man.
Yeah.
Everyone. He doesn't get.
But he's not that type of fullback.
He doesn't stand around the ruck there and like run off. So if there's a break down the middle, who's always that support player normally? It's
fullback.
One of your halves or it's your fullback.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's not there.
So I don't know.
I don't know
where to go with him. Like, obviously, he'll probably come out like next week, score 3 tries and fucking kill it, and they'll be like, it'll be all forgotten. Anything. But it doesn't get rid of the issue at hand, which is that. Like, so what do you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird.
Time will tell.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so we'll go to the next game, man. So your boys, 32, Manly 32.
Like, to be fair, we should have won.
Yeah.
Like, we should have won. We were winning like it was 26 to 12 or 26 to 14.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
With like 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Just typical Knights, like drop the head, and even though they're in front, like let a couple shit tries in.
Yeah.
That first try, like we already talked about at the start, with Lockie Miller and Pomole.
Those first couple tries, I was like, oh, it's going to be a fucking romp here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought the same thing.
And then you just sort of come back into the game.
Yeah.
It was
like
not too bad.
It's like they reset.
Yeah.
After 10-0, they're like, all right.
Calm down. Yeah.
Just relax. Stop trying to do the flashy shit. Just do the stuff that we've been doing good. Kick to corners, complete sets. We'll complete it. I think we'll like 94% or some shit in the first half. Yeah. We're like so good.
Yeah.
And that's what kept us in the game. But fuck, it's like heart in your mouth shit watching the
Oh,
Knights. I
that would have
swear to
been.
God.
Oh, I would love to have been a fly on the wall watching that game with you there.
Seriously.
Holy shit, there would have been some swearing.
I was fucking yelling. I had a couple of rums in me too. And it was like, so we were driving back. Where were we driving back from? Just shops or something. Oh, from Mum's place. So the game had already started. So I had KO on in the car through the radio, Bluetooth. And like, boom, try. I'm like, fuck me, can't. You pull up, boom, another try. Like, so I said to Katie, I was like, oh, fuck
long
me.
arvo.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, no. But thank fuck. Like, a few, I mean, we got a couple of tries off the Simon of Homole.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that changed a little bit, I think.
It did, yeah. And then,
what do you get sent off for again?
professional foul. He was like holding Leo Thompson back.
Yeah. It was a shit.
It was a shit one. Like, he didn't
They're
need to do it.
fucking so like big on those at the moment. Like
Yeah.
the tiniest little touch, and
Yeah.
it's like 10 in the bin. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
When it's like goes for you,
you're just
like,
not
fuck
worth
yeah.
doing it, man. Like,
Nah.
it's just every cunt gets
Yeah.
sin bin these days.
And then like the Fitzgibbon, he went to the bin, that was just poor.
Yeah, that was shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you should end the set. Like, you don't
Yeah,
need to do all
it
that
was
shit.
just tired. It was
Yeah.
laziness, man.
Yeah.
He just fucking got too high on the player, eh?
Yeah, and then like fuck, we had the chance to ice it at the end there. Like that friggin'. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Like that Dom Young
Oh,
catch.
man. Yeah. It's
Oh,
fucking sick.
clutch.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
But you're like, yeah, he's doing the Roosters next year. Is that what you're doing?
I was fuck
Yeah.
you, love you, but fuck you. But like the Bradman Best try should have been a try.
Yeah. What
I
was
think.
that again? What happened?
There was so like he was going over the line. The other guy, Manly guys, sort of knocked it, and it's gone from one arm into his other arm. And
yeah,
he's
but
put the ball
what
in.
they said was it touched the Manly player on the way out.
Bro,
I understand it. They've been pretty consistent with that this year, so I'm happy for it. Like to be,
I feel like they've
no
been
try.
giving them tries.
yeah.
Fuck.
If that was on the other foot, you'd been like,
Oh,
fuck no.
fucking oath I would have.
That's
But
what I
like,
mean, like, yeah.
but I don't know.
I could see it going both ways, but I
Yeah.
think they've just been pretty consistent. Like if there's a bobble in there and there's a
Yeah,
fucking arm, they're just
There's like no,
yeah.
yep.
I
But
thought
I
that
was-
was fairish.
I was happy, to get
Yeah.
for Dom Young to get that try at the end.
Like
there,
let's be
but
honest, Miller should have kicked it. Like it was a
Should have
really
kicked it.
hard
It was-
kick, but that's where you
kickable.
lost the game in
Yeah.
terms of like, you know, you could blame the best and that, but
Yeah,
like that's
we should have
if
kicked
he
it.
kicked it, that game was over.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. So
Yeah, exactly right.
I thought, what do you reckon about Jack Johns? Do you reckon he's found his position? I thought he was really good. Like
Yeah,
he
he was
played
good.
a good like 15, 20 minute stint. He was blowing. You
Yeah.
could see 'cause he's like right in the middle there.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
And then he had a real big stint off, but he come back on the last 15 and
Yeah.
it made a difference again.
It did.
But he made a few good breaks through the middle there. I think he played really
he's
well.
good, like good ball playing.
Would you rather him than Man?
Fucking
Oh,
oath I
obviously
would,
you
no.
would.
Fucking oath I would.
Do you
But
reckon
then,
he's like right at the 13? Or who else would you play? Would you play Elliot there?
Yeah, that's the only thing I would have thought.
I don't
but
know. Does he have the ball playing? Would you rather him at 12 or something?
Yeah.
Or 4 or 11?
But then like Fitzgibbon's been playing pretty good.
It's been all right.
But then like have him on a rotation maybe.
yeah. You got Frizzell as well.
Yeah.
Would you just play him through the middle?
Yeah.
Would he maybe be good just coming off the bench through the middle,
a bit
playing
of impact.
with a 13, you
Yeah.
know, swap him in and out. If John's is only going to take the sting out the game for the first 15,
True,
20,
just swap him out. Just
put
do
him
1,
on.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. You know, maybe you play him for 20, 25,
Jack
bring-
John's coming.
bring Johns on because he has a bit more speed and he was a bit, you know, he's a bit more elusive around the middle there.
Yeah.
And you could bring him on for the last 15 of both halves,
Yeah.
sort of give you that little bit of edge.
I don't know when
I thought he'd
Elliot's
look good.
back this week or next week.
Yeah, that's the
Potentially.
crazy thing. You've done it all without him. as
Yeah.
well.
With no
Yeah.
him, no Ponga,
Yeah.
no Brayley the other week.
Yeah, I seen a thing about Ponga. He said he might come back
Yeah.
like soon. He hasn't really.
Nah.
He said, "Oh, I've got more clarity on it." So who the fuck knows what
In
that
the
means?
press conference, they asked Adam O'Brien about it, and he sort of said, "Oh, we'll try and nut something out this week,
Yeah.
like a plan."
Yeah.
So
But that could still be 10
it
weeks. Could be fucking tomorrow.
next
yeah.
year.
Who knows? Yeah.
But yeah, like Manly, like they've
been weird
they
this
put
year,
some
man.
points on,
Yeah,
like 32, 32.
They
Like,
can score points, but I think they really targeted Cooper Johns down their right hand attack,
Yeah.
their left Manly's left side.
yeah,
They struggled a little bit, like obviously that. But then that's where they struggled the week before as well when Schuster was playing. He's been doing those lazy reads.
yeah,
It's clearly that side.
that's a weak side. Yeah,
Which is weird because it's normally the other side with Cherry Evans that's done with his defense a little bit. Remember,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
these defensive
Yeah,
reads
yeah.
and shit. So
that's
yeah, they just need to
Turbo, like-
fix up their the defense a little bit.
Like Jake Turbo was fucking snapping cunts.
Snapping cunts.
And like,
See him fold, what's his name? And he was like hunched over.
Matt Croker,
And then he's like running off the field like, oh, fuck.
Like, I hate to see it because of the Knights, but I love to see it because he's Blues.
Because you know he probably said sorry after it.
Yeah. He gave him a thumbs up. So. But like, I don't know. Tom Turbo just seemed like, is he injured again? Like, I don't know. He didn't really.
He was just a bit quieter, man. I don't think he was like really bad, but
maybe it was just like Hastings was doing like good. Like he was kicking quite well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't giving Tom like the time.
Yeah.
Which is a big part of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which that comes off like quick play the balls and like good pressure from our guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was good shit to not get the win, but good to not lose.
And as I said to you, I think after the game, I texted you and I just said that point might make a difference. Like the competition's so close.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be that 1 point that separates like, those. Let's face it, if you make it, it's probably going to be around that 6 to 10th range. I reckon you'll be in. So that 1 point might just put you in the 8 there. You know, So it's good. Draw. Like to be fair, you came back and it was probably like, oh, well, you should have won it.
Yeah.
And then when Manly sort of went back in front, and then you got that late sort of try, it's kind of like, well, I'll take a draw there any day of the week.
Like we could have easily lost that.
Yeah.
Which we've done a million times.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's good. All right, we'll move on to the next one, mate. So we've got the Dragons and Dolphins that finished 38-12. We talked a little about Dolphins and their injury woes and all that. Pretty tough for them.
Yeah. Like, what more do you say about it? Like, they just had a lot of troops out. Dragons put together a good team performance.
Yeah.
But like, what is...
Yeah, it's like how do like what
you can't really get a read off of it, I guess.
I feel like we said that about the Dragons probably all year, really.
Yeah.
That was the first game I've probably watched in full of a Dragons.
Same.
This year.
Yep.
But yeah, like, like Hunt and stuff, he's obviously stood up and did a lot for him. And you tell like, his class probably won the game there in the end with a couple of tries and stuff as well.
Fuck, to that Tyrell Sloan, he's got a frigging bit of pace, eh?
It's quick. And he's showed that over the last, year or so when he's played, that he's got that spark and he's got that like X factor, but it's just about being consistent now and doing the little things that he fucks up and get those errors out of his game.
Yeah.
But he'll get them out eventually and he'll be fine. They were just down on troops. Dolphins, like as I said, they really put in for probably a good 50, 60 minutes of like hanging in there, and it just sort of got away from them at the end there. They just ran out of steam, man.
Like the MILF was gone, like just not much direction.
Yeah.
What he meant to do.
Yeah. I think there's not too much more to say on that, man. That's about it.
That's it.
Cool. Broncos Tigers, so 46-12. Obviously we talked about how Tigers are awful at the moment.
Do you want to like hear something funny?
What's up?
So like all those stats that came out, right? Like the Tigers have beaten the Broncos the last 3 games and twice at Suncorp and all this shit. Fucking was this close to changing my tip to Tigers.
You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I won't. Fucking would look like such a dumb fuck.
My head-to-head tip was obviously Broncos. I did a little tip for the 3 games that day. I just put like tenner on all the outsiders.
Yep.
Just to try and get a thing there. And that's obviously like, it was like Knights, they were paying fucking $4 or some shit.
Yeah.
Dolphins were paying like $2.70 or something. And then Tigers were paying like $5, and it was paying like $1,000 for fucking
$10.
$10. It's like, fucking, why not? You never know.
Never know.
But yeah, they were fucking just so bad. They don't look like they're getting better either. They were getting worse almost. Worse. They just don't have any like direction.
No. Keep changing the team around. Like, how are we going to have any like continuity? Like,
it's fucking weird.
Like, Dewey will get dropped this week.
Yeah.
Dane Laurie will be back in. He'll probably be fucking 5'8" this week. Who knows how they're going?
Here's a good stat for you in the game. I heard him say it on the commentary, so I wrote it down. The Tigers, and at the 32-minute mark, so 32 minutes into the game, they had, I think it was something like 12 more tackles or 18 more tackles inside the opposition 20, so inside the Broncos 20. and they had the exact same possession. Like Broncos, them had the same possession of the ball, and it was 22-0 to the Broncos.
How the fuck?
18 more tackles
What
in
the
something, and it was
fuck?
22-0.
How? They have no direction.
That is fucked. That is the most fucked stat.
You know what that says?
They're shit.
Their forwards are getting them to where they need to be,
Yeah.
and their fucking playmakers are fucked.
Yeah.
Which we already knew, but
And
like,
they've got great edge forwards.
yeah,
Fucking get them running some lines, you cunts, and pass it to them.
seriously.
What are you doing? Like that one where fucking Brooks, he got the ball and he was like, he didn't know what to do with it, and he just tried to like throw it on the inside to Wakeham, and Wakeham just dropped it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, dropped it, and it was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you
is that?
doing?
That is the most Tigers shit I've ever seen in my life.
like just hold the fucking thing. Like if you don't know what to do, just hold it.
Oh mate,
Oh, bad. And he tried to get his running game going.
yeah.
With credit to him, like he
He
did
was
have
actually
two
ran
runs.
all right. Yeah, he did do. Clearly it was just like, mate, put the ball in your fucking arm and run.
Yeah.
Like that's what we want you to do.
Yeah.
But then you do that and you lose your fucking direction of like what you actually
Yeah, you
need the
get
team
tackled,
to be
you get
doing.
tackled on the fourth.
Yeah, you're the fucking leader of the halves. You should be fucking directing the team around, mate. You
Yep.
know, it's not Wakeham's job. It's your job.
Short job.
You know,
You're getting paid 1.3 or whatever
yeah,
the fuck you are.
it's not to just run the ball and that's it.
No, they're dog shit.
anyway,
Broncos are good.
Yeah, Broncos were good, man. Like obviously it's hard to read off that game
Yeah.
of like how good they are, but you know they've done nothing wrong. I still feel like there's a lot of errors there. Like they made a lot of errors. I'd love to know the stat on that. But yeah, like I don't know if it's just because they were overplaying the hands. They're excited. They wanted to like, you know, put fucking 60 on them or whatever.
Yeah,
And they were
yeah.
just making a few stupid sort of errors. But, you know, I'd like to see them against another couple of top teams and just see how they go against them. Because if you make those errors, I could just see them maybe getting run over. Because like you make those errors against the Tigers and the Tigers do nothing with it.
Yeah.
You make those errors against good teams, they'll fucking put you away.
Yeah. So like,
like
their completion rate was the Broncos were 76%, Tigers was 73.
yeah, but the Tigers are awful.
Yeah,
Let's
that-
focus
like-
on the Broncos. What's the sets though? Like, what'd they complete to the sets?
36 out of 47,
Yeah, so
25 to 34.
11 sets they didn't complete,
Yeah.
and a lot of them weren't like, oh, kick to the corner, the wingers dropped it. A lot of them
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like literally just overplaying their hand, dropping it.
Yep.
Like those completed sets totals that can be a little bit more blown out to what they are if it is just like a fullback or a winger mistake catching the ball at the other end or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, as I said, they just need to probably fix up those errors.
Like their missed tackles and everything like that was not that.
Wasn't crazy.
Nah, like Broncos missed 20.
Was it line breaks? Fuck me.
Line breaks.
100-0.
9 to 3.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not missing tackles when you can't actually get a
Nah.
hand on them, are you?
but like even errors, like Tigers had less errors.
Yeah.
Broncos had 15. Tigers had 11.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying about the Broncos, man. They're 15 errors. You do that against a top team, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're not winning probably.
Nah.
As I said, probably a bit excited, but they did it last week as well. Same thing with the Dolphins, remember? Like that's what kept the Dolphins in the game. The
Yep.
Dolphins were gone, but they kept fucking dropping the ball and just letting them in or doing really dumb plays out of like dummy half on the last tackle, trying to do kicks themselves and
Yeah.
things like that. Like they fix that up, I think they're going to be what they are at the moment, which is top of the table, man. They'll,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, man, they got
got the
Raiders.
X factor. They do everything.
They got Raiders next week.
Yeah.
They got Titans the week after.
yeah, they should still be there.
They should still be there.
Yeah. So again, is it a bit more of like they haven't versed that? Like I know they versed the Panthers week 1, but it's
Yeah.
week 1,
Yeah.
right? Week 1 doesn't
No,
mean
it
a
doesn't
lot
count.
because a lot of teams aren't their true self at that time.
Yeah.
So it's like
And what sort of scalp have they
Yeah.
really got?
it's shown that Cowboys aren't necessarily that good this year.
No.
You know, they haven't played that well.
No.
Who else have they really played?
Dragons were in it until last 10.
Dragons aren't going to be a top team this year.
No.
You know, Dolphins, although they were having a good run, they got injuries in that game. So, you know, that's not that whatever.
Yeah.
And the Tigers are fucking shit. So it's like, you got the Raiders this week, another game a team that's not really running that well, you know.
Yeah. Just
So-
it'd be interesting to see.
When's their first like good team they
They
verse?
versus Para in 3 weeks.
Para.
And
And
then-
then Para's 15th.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So, who else they verse? They verse Rabbits the week after.
Yeah.
They're coming 13th, I guess. But
Tough for that.
Seagulls,
Yeah.
maybe that game. Storm the week after.
So they've got 4 pretty
Then-
tough games.
Then Panthers the week after.
5
that.
tough games.
Yeah.
That's
So-
going to be where we're going to go.
Yeah.
We'll see what they're made of.
And that's up to round 12. So that's almost Origin time.
So it's about round 7 to 12 is
Yeah.
where we're going to really see them.
Yep. No, see what happens with
Yeah.
them.
Yep. But yeah, other than that, like, I thought they were really good in terms of a lot of their players stood up, did the right things.
Yeah.
There's not much more you can say. Thought
No.
Walsh is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Payne Haas is a fucking weapon.
Payne Haas is big. They didn't play him long minutes, but they didn't
No.
need to.
Pat Carrigan was fucking leader
Carrigan was
again.
good. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
They got,
yeah.
I like their team.
I
fucking
actually
hate-
do like the Broncos
I
this year.
hate the Broncos.
Yeah, as a
a
club,
club,
but
but
I
I-
love their team. Like
yeah.
they've got good players, man, and just fucking exciting players you want to watch. Like
Heaps-
everyone.
Heaps of New South Wales comes
Yeah.
in that team, which I
But
love.
just like everyone, man. Like
Yeah.
Reynolds is fucking sick. I love Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then like, man, fuck, he's
He's
cool to
electric.
watch.
Yeah.
Like,
Walsh is fucking on
Walsh,
fire.
Stags.
Farmworth.
Hey, love their team.
Yeah, dude.
It's actually a good team.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we'll move on. We got Sharks Warriors 32-30. Obviously, Warriors getting the win with that penalty right near the end we talked about. Hines had a close one from the side. A tough one from the sideline to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Draw the game, which would have been another fucking golden point.
Yep.
I don't know if there's ever been 4. I can't remember being 4 ever.
Fuck.
But obviously missed the kick. It was a bit short anyway. It was pretty far out. I think it was about 35 meters from the sideline, so it was a big kick.
Yeah,
But
hard one.
you'd think his leg would have got there, but I think he probably just hit it because it fell short. It didn't even make the
Pissing down rain too.
pissing down rain. Well, right at the end of the game, you're
But
fatigued.
fuck. I don't know. If you turn that on at like 20 minutes in,
Oh,
you're like,
mate.
oh my God, it's going to get humped.
Oh, I had a multi on 2 and had like 3 try scorers, and Sharks, like for the Sharks and Sharks 13 plus. I missed the first 10 minutes and I turned it on, and 2 of my try scorers had already scored. By the first 4 tries, it was 20-0. All my try scorers had scored 20-0. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm fucking on here. And then don't know what happened, mate.
They
It's just
fucking went to
it
the
was
sheds.
weird, dude. I don't know.
weird.
I don't really.
That doesn't happen very often.
No, not yet. The Shark, mate. This is the weird thing. The Sharks have let in a lot of fucking points this year now.
And they're a defensive
And,
team.
and last year they won all the games on defense.
Yep.
So
It
it turned into like they're just going to rely on Hines' attack and hope they score more points than other teams. Like
That's a dangerous game.
dangerous
to play.
game to play. Obviously, you got that. They got a sin bin. I missed the sin bin.
Yeah.
I know it was Finucane. What happened?
Hip drop.
Hip drop.
He got 3 weeks.
There's been a few of them this weekend.
He got 3 weeks for it.
Yeah.
I think.
Was it a bad one, or was it? Did they just sort of like you just?
I think
fell
they're
off
just
the
throwing
side,
the,
or-
I think they're throwing the book at him.
Yeah. What Ockenball would have got something similar then too. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he
He'll
got
get
one.
the same.
Yeah, and there was
Yeah.
someone else as well got one. I think
Fuck. It's bad. Like you need to get that out of the
Yeah.
game anyway. But
for sure.
yeah.
Um,
Crazy game, man. Warriors. Fuck. They just keep doing it.
yeah. You see, Sean Johnson's like post match interview.
Nah.
He just talks like he's talking as it like to a mate. He's like, yeah, and then oh fuck, man, like he full like swore it. He said shit and fuck on the commentary.
So good.
It was sick.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I was out here, like when I played for the Sharks, I just come out here every week, after training every day, and they'd be like around going, oh, like if we kick this one, we can like have the rest of the day off and all this shit. So he's like, I just thought about that when I kicked it and all this shit. It's so funny.
So good.
Yeah, it's a good one to watch.
Nah, they're friggin'. Yeah, they're surprising everyone, I think.
Yeah.
They're obviously going to lose this week coming, but
Who they got? You. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck you. It's at nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I really struggle to tip the Warriors
Yeah.
because they're just fucking so inconsistent.
Well, how can you
but
be
they've
getting
been
beat
not too bad
20-0?
this year. But
getting beat 20-0 and then you come back and win. No one's ever going to pick that, right?
Nah.
Fuck.
I'm not like strongly on them
No.
as like they're contenders or anything this year. Like
Yeah.
if by round 15, if they're still
Top
staying
4 or something,
reasonably
like,
consistent,
fuck,
but
all right.
But you put 20, how often will a team put 20 on you and you're going to win? Almost never. Like, that I didn't really get much out of him in terms of like, well, they didn't make me feel any better about.
No, it's still hard to tip them this week.
Great, they won, and there's a great comeback and showed they had good attitude. But in terms of like, why are you letting 20 put on you already? Like,
yeah, it's fucking
it's
decent.
weird. Yeah.
Nah.
All right, mate. We'll move on to the last game. Really good game, this one. Probably my favourite match of the round. Well, not in terms of quality, but just in terms of like exciting. Yeah, it was just cool. So Bulldogs obviously beat Cowboys 15-14. What do you reckon about that one?
Fucking, how fast is Addo-Carr?
Oh my! Is he the fastest man in the world?
Bro, seriously, like, and the polish, like the first try that he got. First try? He only got one.
No, it was the last try.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah,
like, scored on the left.
Yeah, like it's slippery.
Yeah,
the ball that he got from the center was fucking awesome. Anyway,
how did he catch it? How did he catch it and then still make the line? Because there wasn't actually that much room there. I thought, he's going out here.
Yeah,
and he fucking easily made it.
It's like he turned the Jets on and like beat
2
everyone.
steps he was gone.
Man,
yeah.
I
thought that last play he was going to fucking. I don't know why he just didn't run.
Yeah,
he should have run.
Fucking. Like you'd love to see it, and that ball sits up perfectly.
The only reason I think he didn't run was because it was like wet and shit, and he thought, maybe if I turn, he would have slipped or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But he would have burnt that cunt easy if he fucking just like.
He has to play for the Blues.
Yeah,
can't see him not.
Yeah, it really is going to depend on if it's going to be him or Suoliti. I think they're the two options, and it's really just going to be depending on
what the game plan is. That
and what Freddie thinks of like the whole Suoliti thing. I think.
Yeah,
I think they're both going to be in the squad. It's just a matter of who he picks. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Burton obviously hitting the post on the game winner, kick, and then fucking nailing it right
like
at the end.
2015 grand final all over again.
Oh mate, it was crazy. As soon as he hit it, I was like, that's over.
It was curving. It was like, oh mate,
he's 35 out from the sideline, and you're like, well, it's not going to be his boots. Not going to be the issue. He's got a fucking huge kick on him.
Yeah.
You know, it's just if it's going to be straight enough.
Yeah. What way's the wind blowing?
Yeah.
Then that field goal he nailed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Their attack actually looked really sloppy up until Grubb came on.
Yeah.
So Reynolds came on, and it kind of changed the game a bit.
Yeah.
Flanagan looks a little bit lost at half. I don't know. Like you saw when he came on after about 5 minutes when he settled in the game, he played first receiver the rest of the game, and they actually like changed. They scored that last try from it. Like they looked more dangerous. Flanagan literally just sat almost like in the centers for like the whole rest of the game. Like what's going to happen there moving forward? Do you see
maybe
Flanagan
Reynolds
getting dropped and Reynolds goes into half?
Maybe Reynolds goes into half. Well, and you wouldn't keep Flanagan on the bench either.
No, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
Do you need to drop him for a week or two and just be like, hey mate, go get your confidence back up?
Yeah.
Like they're winning.
How many
so
times do you need to get dropped?
Well, yeah. How many times do you have to get dropped before he's just not good enough? You know,
maybe
Roosters. Something's obviously not right with him because he didn't play bad at the Roosters, but they just they're like, "I'll see you later." After a year, there's something probably just not there, right? I don't know what it is, but
he might be one of them ones that like just gets lost to the NRL, goes to Super League, wins a few.
Man of Steels.
Yeah, probably. Like he's the best player over there.
Yeah. He doesn't. I never think about him in games, which isn't good. You know what I mean?
No,
Like I'm never like, fuck, he had a good game, or oh, that pass he did was sick. Never do you think about that about him, mate. He's almost like a forgotten man. Yeah. And it's like he's your half. He can't be that player. No. You know, weird. I don't know.
It is weird. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
strange.
Yeah.
Just quick one on the Cowboys. How do you think they went? It's fucking weird, man. They won 2 games this year, is it?
Yes.
They're 2 and 3 now?
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting, eh?
It is very interesting. Like
second year syndrome?
Maybe. I don't know.
Should really be finishing that game.
Yeah. They should have probably put a lot more on the Bulldogs, to be fair. They were dominant throughout. Just didn't, I don't know, like Chad Townsend? He's not playing as good.
Nah, is he getting a bit old now?
Maybe.
Just sort of on the way out.
That hype of him going there, he lived up to it the first year. Maybe.
I don't think Drinkwater changes you that much either. Like he's not.
Nah,
not by that much, man.
He maybe wins that game.
But Chester, fucking,
he's been good.
He put him in a chance to win the game with that. He got the ball off of I think it was Lukey or whatever. who scored him the try to put him in like further in front. So I think it was 10-8 or something at that stage, and then he did that or whatever. Or was it 8-6 or something?
8-6, yeah.
You know, like, so I couldn't say that he had a bad game. I thought he's been really good the last 3 weeks for him. Like, really good.
No, he has.
Felt was fucking just an annoying cunt. Like, kept like whinging about everything, like laying down and shit.
Yeah, he always does.
Fucking hate that shit, eh?
Yeah, he
fucking
always
hate
does
that.
it, man.
Yeah.
Same old shit.
Yeah. So interesting to see where they go. Like, probably just have to. Who have they got next week? What have we got? They got a bye, maybe, I think.
No, they got Dolphins.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they should probably win that, bounce back, but be a tough game for them because they're, you know, Dolphins will never lay down, will they? So, be interesting to see them, man. I don't know really what to say about them at the moment. They're just a bit all over the shop, aren't they?
Yeah, it's one of those ones, same as like the Raiders.
Yeah. One thing I can say is at least they didn't, like, they only got 15 put on them.
Yeah.
Like, the last few weeks have been getting fucking
didn't get flogged.
30 put on them.
Yeah.
Maybe they've been winning some, but there's still been like a lot of, you know, their defense was better. 100%, but then I don't know if it was because they defended better or Bulldogs didn't attack well, like we just talked about.
It seemed like Bulldogs were not attacking great until the end.
No.
Yeah.
And then when they did, they turned it on,
Yeah.
you know, and they won. So,
yeah.
All right. We're moving to tips this week. I don't have the games in front of me, so you just have to read them out and I'll make my tip.
Yep. All right. So, first game of the round is Storm versus Roosters.
Obviously, I'll go the Roosters in that one.
Yeah, I'm going the Roosters as well. Next one's Bulldogs versus Rabbitohs. Bulldogs home game.
What have you got?
I'm going the Rabbitohs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go Rabbits because the Bulldogs have a lot of players out.
Yeah. I mean, Rabbitohs have to bounce back.
You'd think so.
Yeah. Cowboys, Dolphins.
I'll go Cowboys.
Yeah. I think Cowboys, like...
I think Drinkwater's back this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolphins still down on troops.
Yeah.
Penrith versus Manly. Yeah.
At Penrith?
At Penrith.
I'll go Penrith.
Yeah. I'm going Penrith. $1.42 to $2.90. So, yeah, I think Penrith as well.
Yep.
Broncos, Raiders. Broncos home game.
Yeah, I'll go Bronx.
Yeah, have to. Titans, Dragons.
Fuck,
This is that coin flip game.
Yeah. Who are you going?
Dragons.
I'll go Titans.
Of course you
make it interesting. Mate, we got to get the tips going.
Yeah, that's it, right? Knights, Warriors. Knights home game.
You obviously going Knights.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone back?
Kurt Mann.
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Adam Elliott, maybe.
Yeah.
I have to see. I'm going the Knights.
Yeah, I'll go the Warriors, just to make it different.
Fuck you.
I'll just make it different, mate.
Fuck, don't have to worry about making it different.
No, I'll just make it different.
Yeah, whatever. Tigers, Eels.
Eels.
Yeah, Eels.
That's it.
That's
all the games. Sweet. So, if you haven't, please like and subscribe on our Spotify and Insta, and also subscribe to our YouTube, please. That'd be awesome if you can. That's it for another week. We will see you next week. Bye.
See ya.